Hello, all of you. Good evening. I hope all of you are doing great. All of us love to do shopping, right? These days, online shopping is also on the rise. However, the thrill that we experience in an offline shopping is something quite different. And that's remarkable, right? It makes our experiences memorable. So, the next time when you shop, how would you shop in English? Or are you someone who shops in English? If so, what are the words that we learn to use? Or what are some phrases that you can come up with while you shop entirely in English? Join me on this meeting to learn a bit more about learning to shop in English. So, today I have brought some topic for you that is quite relevant from a shopping perspective. We are going to look at some words that can help you while doing a shopping entirely in English. All right. So stay tuned with me throughout this session to learn more about these words. And my aim is to help you to improve your English and enrich your vocab by using these terms. Hello, I'm Sri Lakshmi, a spoken English mentor from Entri, and I shall be conducting this session. All right. Let's start with some questions. Basically, when you shop, there are two aspects to it. First, if you are a customer, then definitely you would have some. So, how would you ask these questions politely to the shopkeeper or to whoever is there to assist you? So, what are the questions? Let's imagine this that we are in a shop to purchase a t shirt and you're looking for let's imagine a smaller size. So, how would you put that question? You can ask it simply as, have you got this t shirt in a smaller size? What's it? Have you got this t shirt in a smaller size? Or have you got this t shirt in a large size? Whichever the size that you need. Now, let's move on to next one. If you want to try something, if you want to, let's say, trial a dress or two, how would you put it? You can ask it this way. Can I try this one, please? Or can I try this on, please? Another context. Maybe you are looking for a particular dress. Maybe you are attending a function and you need to find a party wear. How will you put this question out to the people at the shop? You can ask, where can I find this dress? Where can I find this dress? Let's now think of another scenario where you need a dress in a different color. You already saw it, but now you learn or now you need something on a slightly different color, a different shade for that matter. How would you put this up? You can simply ask, do you have a different color? Do you have a different color? After you are done with your shopping, you need to, as a customer, as a conscious customer, it's always good to ask for discounts, right? So, how would you ask for a discount politely? And remember, asking for discounts is not a big deal. You can ask it as and when the time requires, and you can definitely put this question up. Do you have any discount on this? Do you have any discount on this? So, these are the questions that as a customer you can ask. Now, let's talk of also from this perspective that the shop assistants say. Let's say if there is an assistant who is there to assist you through your purchase or through your shopping, they can probably ask you a couple of questions. And you should understand what they are asking so that you can impart the right answer or you can respond favorably. So, what are the questions that they might pop up? They might ask something like, can I help you? This would be obviously the first thing that they are going to ask. Can I help you? What size do you wear or what size do you need? Would you like to try it on? How does it fit you? Does it fit properly or doesn't? How would you like to pay? Again, you have several options. You can pay online, you can pay via card, you can pay via cash itself. So what there are many options for payment. So this was one question. How would you like to pay? And finally, once you have done the purchase, you can be asked this question by the assistants. Here is your change and receipt. Definitely, it's a must to get a bill after a purchase. So this is one thing that they would say. Here is your change and receipt. Moving on, we have some commonly used words for shopping. So this now brings us to the vocab aspect. And in this one, we shall see some terms and what does those terms mean. It's important that you know those terms because the next time you shop, you are aware of these things. The first one obviously is on sale. What do you mean by the term on sale? Let's say if I say this bag is on sale or this pair of shoes are on sale. What do you mean by that? It means that it is available at a reduced price. അത് വിലകുറവിൽ ലഭ്യമാണ് എന്നാണ് it is meant by something on sale. Next up, we have another term that is paper proof. What do you think is paper proof? Drop a comment and let me know what do you mean by paper proof. Paper proof basically is a purchase receipt. So if you buy something, you definitely should ask for a receipt. Even if they don't give, it's necessary that you are clear from your side. So get a receipt, and that is known as a paper proof. Paper proof is the purchase receipt. Now, in any dress or in any piece of thing that you buy, normally you have a barcode. And what does a barcode means or what does it show? It basically shows the price and other details of the item. It's basically enclosed within a tag, and in that particular tag, in anything that you normally buy, you can see some barcodes, and barcodes are something that shows these things. What and all? Again, the price and the other details relating to the item. The next term I'm sure all of us are familiar with, that is cash or credit card. Again, you have several options when it comes to making a purchase or making a payment, and cash versus credit card is some of the available options. Either you can pay via cash or you can pay via a credit card. Next up, we have a price tag or a discount tag. So, what is a price tag or a discount tag? It is that tag which is put up for the sole purpose of showing discount. If any item is exhibited or is given in a discount or given on a discount, that is shown by a price tag or a discount tag. What do you call someone who purchases something from the shop or who is there to make a purchase? Customer, right? So, customer is someone who purchases items or things from a shop. So, if you do a purchase, you are a customer. And what do you call that thing which is used to carry the things that are purchased? It's a trolley, right? It's a trolley. Normally, that is used to carry the things purchased. If it's a clothing store, if it's an attire store, that thing is called a garment bag. Okay. Trolley is something which we normally put the purchased things. Let's say, if it's a supermarket or a hypermarket. However, if it's an attire store or a garment store, the thing that you would use to put your purchased items is called a garment bag. So either it's a trolley if there are a lot of items involved, or if only clothes are involved, it's called a garment bag. Now we shall see some idioms and phrases used for shopping. A lot of idioms and phrases are used exclusively in the context of shopping. So let's look at them one by one. The first is a shopping spree. So, what's a shopping spree? So, shopping spree is that tendency to buy a lot of things in a short duration or in a short span or period of time. So, if you have a shopping spree, normally you would buy a lot of things and mostly you would end up buying something that you didn't want it to. So, shopping spree can lead you to buy a lot of things, including the things you want and including the things that you might not want. So that is meant by a shopping spree. An example that I can give is normally during the festive season, let's say especially for Diwali, many people go with a shopping spree, right? So a probable example could be Sita went on a shopping spree for the Diwali festival. Sita went on a shopping spree for the Diwali. The next is window shopping. I'm sure all of us would be doing window shopping. And have you done it? If so, let me know in the comments. So drop a comment and let me know whether you love doing window shopping. I absolutely adore window shopping or I absolutely love doing window shopping. Window shopping is basically kind of a shopping wherein the intention is not to shop. You just look around at the things that are displayed or exhibited through the window with no intention to purchase. Here you're not bothered about shopping per se, but the idea is just to look at the things through the window. That's known as a window shopping. An example, or how could you put it in a sentence? I don't like window shopping. Or perhaps, I like window shopping. Right. Do you also do window shopping? Let me know. The next phrase is known as pay through the nose. Pay through the nose. So when you say pay through the nose, you mean that you're paying a lot for more than what it actually cost. It's kind of ripping, right? So there are many rip shops in every place, I believe. And when you pay through the nose, it basically means that you're paying a lot more than what is actually needed or than what it actually costs. An example could be I realized I had been cheated when I paid through the nose for the new dress. I realized I had been cheated when I paid through the nose for the new dress. This simply means that I paid a lot of money than what it actually cost, and it's a rip shop. I have been ripped of my money. All right, let's move to the next one. The next phrase is known as pay through the nose, and that's done. The next is fit like a glove. So when you do fit like a glove, or when you say that something fits like a glove, it means that it's perfectly fitting you. It's very snug, it's very much in everything, and it closely fits you, or it's perfect. It's close to perfect fitting, and that is known by fit like a glove. An example is the new dress fit like a glove. The new dress fit like a glove. It means that it's very perfect when it comes to the fitting. In online shopping and even in offline shopping, we always hear this term, and that's our next phrase. That is slash prices. Slash prices. We keep getting the notifications on and off on our mobile phones, especially if we have such online shopping platforms and apps. It tells you that prices are slashed in your cart. So, what do they mean? What do we mean when prices are slashed or slash prices? It simply means that the prices are cut down drastically. There is a huge reduction in the price of whatever the item is, and now the prices are slashed, meaning the prices are cut drastically. A sentence as an example that I could come up could be the supermarket slashed its prices due to the festive reason. The supermarket slashed its prices due to the festive reason. Okay. So that's meant by slash price. The next phrase that we are going to learn is cost an arm and leg. So, what do you mean when you cost an arm and leg? It means that something is extremely expensive. The prices are too much and it's quite expensive. So, that is known as cost an arm and leg. So, if something cost an arm and leg, it means that it's too much, way too expensive for you. Something that is much beyond your affordable limit. A good example that I can come up with could be Apple iPhones cost an arm and a leg. Apple iPhones cost an arm and a leg. It means the prices are way too high. They are exorbitant, in other words. The next phrase that we are going to learn today is sell out. The item is sold off or the item is sold out. So, sell out or sold out, in whichever tense you use it, what does it mean? It simply means that the item is lacking in terms of the quantity that you have of, or the item is sold at all the supply is being sold off that you have of. For instance, tickets can be sold off, certain equipment or things or even clothes could be sold out, right? Tickets of basketball game often sell out in advance. Tickets of basketball game often sell out in advance. That is meant by sell out. The next phrase we have is pay for. Pay for. What do you mean if someone pays for it? It means the act of paying money. Whoever is paying the money, that action is known as pay for. For example, if I say, I paid for the dress, or she pays for today's dinner, it means that she is the one who is going to spend the money for the dinner tonight, right? She pays for today's dinner, or she pays for her dress. So, pay for is someone who pays the money. It is basically the act of paying money. The next phrase is take off. Take off. So, what do you mean take off? For instance, take off your shoes, etc., or take off your socks. What do we mean by that? It simply means removing a piece of clothing or shoes. So, in case if we remove a piece of clothing or shoes, that is known as take off. An example is remember to take off your shoes before entering the house. Remember to take off your shoes before entering the house. The next phrase we have is queue up. Queue up. Queue up is basically waiting in a line behind the people. So basically, you are in a line and you're waiting for your turn behind people. That is known as queue up. And where do we do it? Can you come up with any any instance or any situation where you have queued up? Drop down a comment and let me know where have you queued up. So an example that I could think of is in the ration shops, right? We must wait in a queue to get our ration. We must wait in a queue to get our ration. So, queuing up is waiting behind the lines of people to get your chance or to get your turn. The next phrase is splash out. Splashing out. Or splash out is basically you are a spendthrift. You spend money freely and you are a spendthrift. So, splashing out. A sentence could be he splashed out money on an iPhone. He splashed out money on an iPhone. It means that he is such a spendthrift that he spent a lot of money and he spent such money very freely for an iPhone. He splashed out money on an iPhone. Have you splashed out your money on something else while you did shopping? Drop a comment and let me know whether you have done so or not. The next phrase is try it on. So, try it on is you want to trial something. And most of the clothing stores have this trial rooms where we can put on and try our clothes, right? So, try it on is basically to try something before you purchase it. You want to see whether that looks good on us or not. But in most of the cases, everything looks good in a trial room because they have different sets of light and the ambience and all of that. So that's basically trialing. So trialing for something before you actually initiate a purchase is called trying it on. A sentence could be I like to try on the new salwar suit before buying. I like to try on the new salwar suit before buying. The next is looking for. Looking for is actually you're searching for something that you really want to buy or something that you really wish to have. An example could be I am looking for a new design this time. I am looking for a new design this time. Or maybe she is looking for a new color this time. Maybe she wants to try a new color on her. That's why the reason. So, looking for is looking for something that you really like to have. Since we are talking about shopping in this episode, there is something called shopping therapy. Sounds interesting, right? Have you heard this term before? Shopping therapy is basically the idea that buying things can make you feel better. Although I would say this is a very consumerist or commercialized approach, still, shopping therapy is a term that does the rounds these days and it's quite popular. It is this idea that although it's very closely related to materialism and all that aspects, still, if you feel really happy or if you feel better after making a lot of purchase or buying a lot of things, that's known as a shopping therapy. A little shopping therapy can usually cheer up bored teenagers. A little shopping therapy can usually cheer up bored teenagers. Or, for instance, a shopping therapy can cure you of your sadness. A shopping therapy can cure you of your sadness. The next is there is a specific term, a word that is used for someone who loves or who enjoys shopping. Do you know what that term is? If so, drop down your comments and let me know. The term is none other than shopaholic. Shopaholic. A shopaholic is someone who loves shopping so much that it is like an addiction. They're kind of obsessed with shopping and they love it so much like an addiction. For instance, if I say Veena's favorite pastime is shopping, she is a complete shopaholic. So, this simply means that the person is completely addicted to shopping and they spend a lot of time doing that. Next up, we have something called in stock or out of stock. These are quite contrasting and these are two different terms. So, in stock means if something is available in a shop or in a store when you want to purchase it. If it is available, then it's called something is in stock. On the contrary, if you say something is out of stock, it means that the thing that you wanted to purchase is no longer available. It's unavailable. So, availability is in stock and unavailability is out of stock. An example could be the shop assistant could tell you, I'm very sorry, I'm afraid the color you want is out of stock. The next expression or phrase is it's good value for money. It's good value for money means something that is worth spending on, something that is worth the money that you spent on it. That is meant by it's good value for money. The quality is excellent, so it's good value for money. Normally, where would you use this? You probably would use it if you purchase something that has an exorbitant cost. Maybe if you are somebody who is brand conscious, and are you brand conscious? Drop down a comment and let me know which brands do you prefer buying and what is the reason. Therefore, normally if you purchase something that is on the expensive side, you normally tend to say that it's worth the money spent on, and that's why it's good value for money. The next phrase is bargain hunting. So we all do bargain hunting at specific places, especially if we do shopping on bazaars, or let's say if we have some particular places, exclusive shopping locations, we would do that, right? Bargain hunting. And bargain hunting is spend items in the shops looking for items to buy at the lowest price. During any sale season or during any festive season, you go about bargain hunting, right? You look for those shops which sell the items at the lowest price. An example is during sales, I go bargain hunting with my friends. Do you often do bargain hunting? If so, drop a comment and let me know whether you enjoy bargain hunting, and if so, what are the things that you have brought at a lowest price, at a huge discount. Let me know in the comment section, all of you. I do bargain hunting at times, especially if the bazaars are likewise during festive season and other times. The next expression is go shopping. So, what do you mean by go shopping? Go shopping is basically when you go to the shops to buy things. A sentence that I could come off with is she has gone shopping. I have no idea when she'll be back. She has gone shopping and I have no idea when she'll be back. So if someone goes shopping or if someone goes shopping, it means that they have paid a visit to the shop to buy and get things. Now, what do you call something that you maybe really like to buy, but it is beyond your budget? And do you do budget shopping or do you do shopping without a budget? It's always good to do shopping within a budget, but that doesn't happen with everyone and for not for every item, right? So budget shopping, if you are tending to buy it, that's a budget shopping. In case if the product is too expensive or exorbitant, then you would probably say can't afford or cannot afford. This is our next expression and probably the last expression for today's class. So can't afford or cannot afford basically means that something is too costly to buy. It's too much expensive the price is exorbitant, and you no longer have the budget to buy it. Or maybe you don't have the cash at hand or with you to buy that particular item, then you might say that you can't afford it. A sentence that I could come off is, I would love that jacket, but I can't afford it. I would love that jacket, but I can't afford it. This happened with me very recently that I actually loved a jacket, but it was way more than the price that I could afford. Is there anything that you have seen of late which you can't afford, but you think you really like it and maybe that would look great on you? Drop down a comment and let me know whether you have had any such thing where you couldn't afford anything. So that's the last expression, can't afford. With that, we come to a close of today's class. I hope this find this I hope you find this class very useful, and stay tuned with us and subscribe to our channel and follow us for more updates. We will be bringing a lot of informative content for you to learn English. And remember that we at Team Entry are dedicated and committed to improving your levels of English and would be willing to help you at any juncture. So please stay tuned for more videos and stay updated and learn a lot from us and enrich your vocab and gain a good command over your English language skills. With that, we conclude this lesson. That's all from my side, all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.